Hare Krishna, Prabhus and Matajis. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swami Nitinamini. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I welcome Prabhus and Matajis to our weekly Bhagavad Gita discussion.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Venkatesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So, we will continue from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse number. Where were we? Today is.
We finished 10.
Nice. We have completed 10, verse number 10. So now we will look into verse number 11. Okay. So, okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, nice. All right. अथाइतरपि अशक्तोषि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान् अथाइतरपि अशक्तोषि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं तथा कुरु यतात्मवान् अथैतदपि अशक्तोषि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं तथा कुरु यतात्मवान्. Yes, Rose, please, you can try.
Okay, I go first, Prabhu.
Yeah, please.
Ataitat api asaktosi kartum yogam ashritaha sarva karma palatyagam tata kuru yatatmavan.
Yeah, nice. Anyone else? Venkatesh Prabhu, please.
Atyata api ashaktoshi kartum yogam artitaha sarva karma palatyagam tataha kuru yatatma.
Yes, nice. Okay. Anyone else? Matajis?
Can I give it a try, Prabhu?
Yes, please, Prabhu.
Atayat abhi asaktosi kartum mat yogam asita sarva karma palatyagam tada kuru yadatmavan.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So, okay, maybe Vaishnavi Mataji, you would like to try?
Yes,
Yes, try Pananga Mataji.
अतएतद् अपि आसक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Nice. Okay, so Ata, even though, etat, this, api, also, ashakta, unable, asi, you are, kartum, to perform, mat, unto me, yogam, in devotional service, ashritaha, taking refuge, sarva karma, of all activities, sarva karma, right? So, like we have a shloka, sarva dharman parityajya. They must all, Krishna says, give up everything, sarva dharmam, right? So here karma, sarva karma. So of all activities, pala means what? Of the results. Palamna, of the results, right? Pala means fruit, palam, Tamil palam, right? Tyagam, இது தமிழில் இருக்குது. தியாகம் இஸ் a Sanskrit word. தியாகம்னா தியாகம் பண்ணுறது, renunciation. Tata, then, kuru, do. Yathatmavan. Yathatmavan means self-situated. So the translation here, if, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. Okay, interesting. So we will see. Prabhu, Harishwaran Prabhu, please read the purport.
Sure, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, Prabhu. இங்க கொஞ்சம் சவுண்டா இருக்கு.
No
கதவு
problem.
அடிச்சிட்டு வரேன்.
Okay. We.
Okay, Prabhu, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. It may be that one is unable even to sympathize with the activities of Krishna consciousness because of social, familial, or religious consideration, or because of some other impediments. If one attaches himself directly to the activities of Krishna consciousness, there may be objections from family members, or so many other difficulties. For one who has such a problem, it is advised that he sacrifice the accumulated result of his activities to some good cause. Such procedures are described in the Vedic rules. There are many descriptions of sacrifices and special functions for the full moon day. And there is a special work in which the result of one's previous action may be applied. Thus, one may gradually become elevated to the state of knowledge. It is also found that when one who is not even interested in the activities of Krishna consciousness gives charity to some hospital or some other social institution, he gives up the hard-earned results of his activities. That is also recommended here because by the practice of giving up the fruits of one's activities, one is sure to purify his mind gradually, and in that purified stage of mind, one becomes able to understand Krishna consciousness. Of course, Krishna consciousness is not dependent on any other experience because Krishna consciousness itself can purify one's mind. But if there are impediments to accepting Krishna consciousness, one may try to give up the result of his actions. In that respect, social service, community service, national service, sacrifice for one's country, and etc. may be accepting so that someday one may come to the stage of pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita, we find it stated, Yata pravtir bhutanam, if one decides to sacrifice for the supreme cause, even if he does not know the supreme cause is Krishna, he will come gradually to understand that Krishna is the supreme cause by sacrificial method.
Okay. So let's see the translation. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, so we have to go to the previous shloka. Okay. You see, Krishna first he is recommending the first class way to approach him. So what is the first class method to approach him? We have seen. This is the first class method. Right? Please read, Prabhu.
Text 2, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be the most perfect.
Yes, so this is the perfect. You simply perform devotional service by doing that. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, so Vandanam, so all these there is a Navavida Bhakti. So all these methods are for the purpose of fix our consciousness on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And Krishna say here, personal form, not impersonal. That is the best, most perfect way. Okay. So, next. Yeah. Same. If you see text 8, this is where Krishna begin to give the gradation. how to attain him. So the same thing here. Just fix your mind on me, upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Right? Thus you will live in me always and without a doubt. You see, very intimate. If you see this shloka, very intimate. Krishna is telling, by doing this, you will live in me always. அது எப்படின்னா, இப்போ எப்படி வந்து ஒரு லவர்ஸ், there is a lovers, ஏன்னா எப்படி பேசிக்குவாங்க, நீ தான்ப்பா என் உயிர், நீ இல்லாமல் நான் வாழ முடியாது சொல்லுவாங்களா? அதெல்லாம் வந்து கிருஷ்ணா எப்படி சொல்லிட்டாரு. ஸோ ஏதோ புதுசு இல்லை, எனக்குள்ள நீ இருக்க சொல்லுவாங்களா, எனக்குள்ள நீ இருக்க, உசுறு உள்ளுக்குள்ள வாழ்ந்துகிட்டு இருக்குன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த ஐயாட்லாம் வந்து அது சும்மா ஐயாட்டு தான், சரிங்களா? ஸோ உண்மையிலே இந்த ஐயாட்டு உண்மையிலே எங்கே கிருஷ்ணா, உண்மையிலே எங்கே இது கிருஷ்ணா கிட்ட தான் வருது. கிருஷ்ணா இஸ் telling you will live in me always. So this is a very intimate relationship is established when we actually practicing bhakti or practicing bhakti in the highest platform. ஓகேங்களா? இதுதான் highest platform. ஸோ அடுத்தது இது வந்து ஆக்சுவலி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம சொன்னோம், we have already discussed, this is actually a spontaneous bhakti. This is on the level of bhava, prema. Okay. So if let's say not everyone can have this natural attraction towards Krishna, even though we are naturally supposed to be attracted, but due to our contamination, our misfortune, we don't get the attraction. So understanding this, next, you see, Krishna is giving the next recommendation. Oh my dear Arjuna, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, you develop a desire to attain me. Okay la? At least you follow the sadhana bhakti. Waking up, chanting, follow ekadasi, follow the four-headed principle. So in this way, you can go to this platform. Spontaneous, natural. Okay. Next. Still not everyone can follow the sadhana bhakti. So how about them? You see, then Krishna is going one down lower, one stage lower somehow. You see, Krishna is very merciful, extremely merciful. Then Krishna says, okay, no problem. If you cannot practice regulation of Bhakti Yoga, then just work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. பா நீ பக்தியே பண்ண முடியல, எதுவுமே செய்ய முடியல, அந்த லெவலுக்கு நீங்கள் லோவாக இருக்கீங்கன்னா, if you are so grossly contaminated, engaging in sense gratification, it's okay. At least whatever you do, just do for me. Give the result to me. Give something for me. Do something in the name of me. Right? So at least give some temple donation, sponsor some weekly Sunday feast, or at least give some donation to, so that we can distribute Bhagavad Gita, or do something. Get connected, get in touch. Do your activity to me, working for me. Then you will get purified slowly to the highest stage. But still, if you cannot follow that, then if you cannot follow that, wait, okay. So then Krishna says what? This. This is our current shloka, right? What is this? So if however you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, okay, if you cannot even work for Krishna, if you cannot even perform karma yoga, then try to act giving up all your results of your work and try to be self-situated. Then at least you practice to learn the act of palatyagam, sarva karma palatyagam. Right? It's a very, very how to say, it's a very beginning stage. It's a very low stage actually, because this, we are speaking about people who cannot even accept God. So what we are teaching them, okay, at least You learn how to give up your activity. Don't be selfish. You give some donation to people. You give some love to the animals. You do some charity to the poor. This is what Krishna is trying to say. At least by doing all this mundane philanthropic activity, you will get purified to learn that actually there is a higher sacrifice you need to do. Ultimately, you must come to the understanding of Supreme Personality of Godhead. By listening, cultivating the knowledge of Atmanyana. So that is why, if you see here, you see what Krishna is recommending here. If you cannot even accept God, if you cannot even practice Krishna consciousness, if you cannot even do karma yoga, if you cannot even work in Krishna consciousness, if you cannot even donate something to the temple, if you cannot even do something for Krishna consciousness to spread the movement, you cannot even help the devotees, you are on that inferior platform, then what do? At least you learn how to sacrifice, learn how to give something you have to other people. This is the recommendation if you see. So another thing you see how Prabhupada begin his purport. Let's analyze together. It may be that one is unable even to sympathize with the activities of Krishna consciousness. They cannot grasp the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. They don't have the attraction towards the Krishna consciousness movement. And why? Maybe because of social problems, family problem, religious considerations, or maybe because of some other impediments. Yeah, like, the family members are against, mati against. Or sometimes the social problem, sometimes he is in a different religion where he cannot come to such activity. So, and many other problems, sometimes you are grossly engaged in sense gratification, so you are deeply engaged in meat eating, animal killing. So, if one attaches himself directly to the activity of Krishna consciousness, if one attaches himself directly to the activity of Krishna consciousness, there may be objection from the family members or so many other difficulties. Just 1 minute. Right? So, Prabhupada is speaking about here, right? We have many cases where the family members are objecting. Why you are coming up into this Krishna consciousness, why you are going to the temple, why you are associating with these Hare Krishna people. They are very good at brainwashing, right? They are very good at, they think that this is a cult. நீ போவாதரா ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா போனா என்ன ஆயிரும், அவனை சைவமா மாத்திடுவாங்கடா, அப்புறம் உனக்கு சத்து இருக்காது, உனக்கு எனர்ஜி இருக்காது, புரோட்டீன் பட்டாது, நீ சாமியாரா மாறிடுறடா, சாஃப்ரான் போட்டு டெம்பிளில் ஜாயின் பண்ண வச்சிருவாங்க. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஆல் த மிஸ்கான்செப்ஷன். So many difficulties we are having. So ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா ஒரு கல்ட், இது ஒன்று ஏதோ ஒரு செக்டேரியன் மூவ்மெண்ட் ஆக்கிடுவாங்க. நீ ஒரு ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கல்ட்டில் ஜாயின் பண்ணிடுவேன், முடியெல்லாம் வெட்டிடணும், ஷீகா வைக்கணும், ஸோ வேற மாதிரி மாறிடுவாடா, சாமியார் ஆயிடுவேன்னா பயப்படுவாங்க. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி பல பிரச்சனைகள் நம்ம எல்லாரும் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஸோ Prabhupada பேசுகிறார் practicality. So for one who have such a problem, it is advised that he sacrifice the accumulated result of his activity to some good cause. Such procedures are prescribed in the Vedic rules. There are many descriptions of sacrifices and special functions for the full moon day, and there is a special work in which the results of one previous action may be applied. Thus, one may gradually become elevated to the stage of knowledge. பாருங்க, அவர் என்ன சொல்ல வராங்கன்னா, at least if you cannot, you are in a very low level, you cannot understand this Krishna consciousness, you don't have any attraction, then what do? At least you follow the karma kanda, the Vedic rules and regulations, the rituals. There is a demigod worship. There is at least, once a month you fast Once a month you don't take, in 1 month you don't take, like, in Puratasi, we don't take meat, So all these things are meant actually for the people who can't follow the relative principles to elevate themselves. You know what I mean or not? Actually, there is no such thing as Puratasi don't take meat. By right, every day you should not consume meat. But for the people who, who are in a different platform, people who are on a semi-human, semi-human level. Basically, they are still on an animal level and some of human level. So they're a mix of these things. They cannot follow certain things. This is what Shastra says, animals. So at least to purify them, to make them human, they have some activities recommended. Fasting, on certain months we perform certain fast rituals, demigod worships, Prabhupada is saying on a full moon day, right? So all these things ultimately will gradually elevate us to the state of knowledge. What is the stage of knowledge? அப்படின்னா நம்மளுக்கு மேலே ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு. There's something higher than us. First of all, the basic thing is they'll know what Atma Jnana, that I am not his body. So I am something beyond this body. This is the knowledge. Knowledge means to discriminate the body and soul. That I am not his body, but I am the spirit soul. And to understand that, the cause of all cause, Krishna. This is knowledge. So one can gradually elevate it to that stage of knowledge. புரியுதுங்களா? Is it clear now? So this is you must understand the purpose. So the purpose is not that simply you do demigod worship or simply you stay in that level. No. Okay? So let us see further. It is also found that when one who is not even interested in the activities of Krishna consciousness gives charity to some hospital or some other social institution, he gives up the hard-earned result of his activity. This is also recommended here because by the practice of giving up the fruits of one activity, one is sure to purify his mind gradually, and in that purified stage of mind, one can be able to understand Krishna consciousness. If you study Srila Prabhupada books very carefully, Srila Prabhupada will actually smash all these philanthropic activities, all these so-called mundane charity, donating to the poor, because ultimately this doesn't cultivate love of Godhead. புரியுதுங்களா? So basically this is not recommended by Shastra. This is not recommended by our acharyas. Okay, remember that first of all. So what is happening here? This is recommended for the people, atheistic, the Mayavadis, who cannot grasp the knowledge of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So what happened? At least people, this is for the people who are on the platform of sense gratification, karmis. Karmis means what? Karmis means people who are working to satisfy their senses. Karmis. 24-hour workings, money, money, money. Their status is money, 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 other status. So every morning you can see they will motivate themselves, money, 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 to earn money. So this is karmi. Karmi means what? You are doing work to satisfy your body, your senses. So they will always post a BMW car. They will always post a Mercedes car. Why? Because that is their life goal. To buy a Mercedes Benz. To buy a Rolls Royce. So to buy a bungalow. To earn and to have this 5-digit, 6-digit, bank account. In their account, the number, money, 6-digit cash. So all these are karmis. So in the Mari, now we are having these types of people and they cannot even come to the highest stage. Not everyone, I'm speaking about some. So what is the solution for them? That is why Krishna says, okay, at least you try to give your hard-earned result, for others. So other living being. In this way you learn that actually, it is good to sacrifice your fruit and you give it to others. It is good, it purifies yourself. You learn this tactic, tyagam. Ultimately, you should tyaga to Krishna only. But now we are gradually bringing you. we are teaching you first, you learn to give up these things. புரியுதுங்களா? அதனால தான் you see the greatest example, you can see, all the greatest karmi means all the greatest sense gratificators. Who are the sense gratificators? Actors. நம்ம எல்லாமே sense gratificator தான். ஆனால் அந்த வேற லெவலில் இருப்பாங்க. யாரு? If you can see, like, they are earning a lot of money. Who are they? The actors, the politicians, and so அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? What they will do? Some of the actors, they will have a foundation. Akshaya Patra. What foundation? Now this actor, the Indian fella, they'll have football players. Very good. You see, all these are karmis. So நீங்க realize பண்ணீங்கன்னா, if you realize, they will have a charity trust, a foundation. Yes or no? What is the foundation? There is like this actor, this Indian film actor Surya. He's having his own charity foundation. What's the name? Anyone know?
Arama.
Agaram, something. Yeah, something. You see, can you see not? It's like very valid how Krishna is telling. So these types of people, at least they will go one level up and they will give donation to the humanity. They will give the food to the poor. They will give their hard-earned money for hospital. Like we see all these Sai Baba fella. The Sai Baba fella, what is the highest level he can? Only to give some charity. Otherwise, he is not beyond any. You see, he cannot go anything beyond that level. So you must understand these things very carefully, Prabhus and Matajis. Our goal is not to build hospital or to serve the poor. You know why? Because this is temporary. Because by simply temporarily giving food to someone or shelter to someone, you're only protecting the body. But you're not saving him, because ultimately he's going to take birth again. Right? So you need to tackle the root cause. Seringla. You see, why someone is poor? Why someone is poor? He got no money. He take birth in a poor family, all because of all his some problems. So all these things, why he is getting that? Who can answer me? Why he is poor? Why he is suffering? Why?
Because of his action.
Yes. Why? Because ultimately he have taken birth. Valid point. If he never taken the birth and got the body, he won't suffer. Correct? So ultimately, now I'm giving a solution how to prevent from taking birth again, so that you won't suffer. Isn't it a good idea? Instead of temporarily what are you doing? Patchwork. Patchwork? You are just patching the wound. But internally the real problem is what? You need to stop taking bodies. Janma mrityur jara vyadi. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Your name is what? Repeated birth and death. So let's say if you don't take birth, you don't come to the material world. Okay? So what happened? You won't suffer. Correct? You won't become poor. You won't, have so much of problems because you don't take birth. You got a spiritual body. So we are teaching you that how to escape from this birth, death, old age and disease. Janma, mrityur, jara, vyadi. We are tackling the root cause. So that is why all this activity of feeding the poor, charity, all these things without Krishna consciousness, we are simply patchworking, simply satisfying the body. These won't help. Right. So ultimately, you can build a hospital, but people are still dying. You can feed the poor, but there are many more people who are getting birth and getting hungry. You can never stop this problem unless you tackle the root cause. What is the root cause? Janma, mrityur, jara, vyadi. Remember this. So any intelligent person, they will take up Krishna consciousness and they will give Krishna consciousness to other people. This is the greatest charity. What is the greatest charity? To give Krishna consciousness, to preach to other people is the greatest welfare, social welfare. புரியுதுங்களா? ஸோ இப்போ நான் என்ன பேசுகிறேன்னா, people who cannot understand these things, at least they do this mundane activity, it will purify themselves. And you cannot stop that. Ultimately, they will must come higher. சரிங்களா? So don't be, don't confuse, don't misunderstood the statement here. Don't think that Prabhu, okay, so what I do, I just do donation. No, that won't help you. That is not, actually Krishna is not recommending that process here. You straight, that is why if you see here, Prabhupada is making important statement. Krishna consciousness is not dependent on any other experience. புரியுதுங்களா? That means you don't need to go through all this gradual process to come to Krishna consciousness. You can practice Krishna consciousness, they will purify you and you will go. Krishna consciousness is not dependent on any other experience. Because Krishna consciousness itself can purify one mind. Okay? So by practicing bhakti, you will gain bhakti. You will progress. Bhakti causes bhakti. This is the equation. Bhakti causes bhakti. So by doing bhakti, you will progressively improve in your devotional service. You will purify yourself. Okay? But what we are speaking of here, what is the situation we are speaking? If they are impediments to accept Krishna consciousness, or one may try to give up the result of his actions, yes. So we are speaking about a very low people, very low class of, very low class of people who cannot come to this direct express pathway. Basically anyone can immediately come to Krishna consciousness simply by associating with devotees, coming to temple, listening Bhagavad Gita and honoring prasadam. This is a simple. So let me give you one example. Srila Prabhupada, he went to America. So you let me know, okay, you tell me right now, who are those people in America? When Srila Prabhupada went to America, who are those people? Is it they are all very high level people, Brahmanas, or even a Vedic cultured people? Do you know who are they? They are hippies. And do you know what is the meaning of hippies? Hippies means the society, the class of people who is actually a problem maker. They have already rejected by their parents. They have been rejected by the society. They are drug addicts. Their parents cannot control them. They are engaging in all this, drug addict, illicit sex, meat eating. Basically, Prabhupada was dealing with a 10th class of people. Prabhupada says they are like animals. We are not criticizing anyone, but we are speaking the fact. Basically, they are on the level of animals. Can you imagine, these people are drug addicts. They are taking drugs. They are sniffing, inhaling drugs, injecting drugs, intoxicating. 24 hours they'll be like they're hallucinating. And they are beef eaters. Not simply meat eaters, they are beef eaters. And they mate like dogs and cats. They mate like dog and cat. They don't have any civilization. So this is the people Srila Prabhupada associating with. So did they go through all this gradual process? No, first you do donation, then you purify yourself, then you do the karma yoga, then slowly you come to bhakti. Did they do that? No. This is a proof I'm giving you. What is the instant proof? Immediately, by understanding Krishna consciousness, by performing bhakti yoga, what happened to them? They give up meat eating, they give up their drug addiction, and they shave their head. They have 100% conviction on Srila Prabhupada's word, and they 100% surrender unto Krishna, and they spread the Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. They print books for Prabhupada. They translate books for Prabhupada. So this is the meaning, bhakti causes bhakti. Bhakti will purify yourself. This is the recommended process, express process. Immediately, anyone, no matter who you are, immediately when you come in contact with a pure devotee, immediately when you come contact with, associating with pure devotees, immediately you will be purified. Immediately that bhakti will work. So you must be very clear over here. So now we are speaking about, even people are lower than that. So they can go through, they can gradually come here. So that is why we can see many people, when they cannot practice Krishna consciousness, when they cannot accept God, when they cannot understand, what is God, what they will do? Tell me what they will do. They will come to the understanding of what? 4 பேருக்கு நல்லது செய்யுங்கப்பா போதும். ரைட்டா? அரிஷ்மன் பிரபு
அப்பா கடவுள்.
4 பேர் நல்லது செய்யுங்க, அவங்க தான் கடவுள். அப்புறம் என்ன செய்வானுங்க? படம் எடுப்பானுங்க. என்ன படம் எடுப்பானுங்க? அன்பே சிவம். ஸோ அன்பே சிவம்னா என்னது? சிவம்ன்றது கடவுள், அப்படி அவங்க நினச்சிக்குவாங்க. சிவம்ன்றது ஆக்சுவலி ரிப்ரசன்டிங் காட், அண்ட் அன்பே மீன்ஸ் மற்ற 4 பேருக்கு அன்பு கொடுத்தா அதான் கடவுள். You see, this is the level of atheistic. But they are trying something. They are trying something to purify themselves, but they are on the level of very low level. So what the problem is, the problem is, what, they won't gradually progress. They will stuck. Correct, these people are stuck over there. So when these people will see, when they hear Bhagavad Gita, or when they see Krishna consciousness movement preaching about Bhagavad Gita, what they will say? எல்லாமே கடவுள். நீங்கள் 4 பேருக்கு சாப்பாடு கொடுங்க, அதுதான் கடவுள். நீங்கள் என்னத்துக்கு போயிட்டு இந்த மாதிரிலாம் செய்கிறீங்க? சாமிக்கு பாலை ஊற்றி பாலை வீணாக்குறீங்க. ஆமாம் இல்லையா? சாமிக்கு பாலை ஊற்றி பாலை வீணாக்குறோமா? ஸோ என்னத்துக்கு நீங்கள் சாமிக்கு இவ்வளோ செலவு பண்ணி நீங்கள் எல்லாம் செய்கிறீங்க? அது ஒரு ஏழை மக்களுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டு போட அவங்க நல்லா இருப்பாங்க. அந்த மாதிரிலாம் பேசுவாங்க, தத்துவாங்க. ஆனால் அப்போனா முதல்ல என்ன பண்ணணும்? அவங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? முதல்ல நீ எஸ்த்ரோன்னு பாட்டு, யூனிஃபைன்னு பாட்டு, 4 வேளை வெளியே சாப்பிட்றதுன்னு பாட்டு, அந்த காசெல்லாம் எடுத்து நீ மக்களுக்கு கொடு. அப்புறம் நீ டெம்பிளை பற்றி பேசலாம். சரிங்களா? நீ அங்கே எக்ஸ்த்ரோ பில்லு கட்டிக்கிட்டு, நெட்ஃப்ளிக்ஸ் பில் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு, அங்கே அனாவசியமாக பல சொத்து பற்றி சேர்த்து வச்சுக்கிட்டு, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஷோ சினிமாவுக்கு செலவு பண்ணிக்கிட்டு, ஷாப்பிங் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு, இதெல்லாம் செஞ்சுக்கிட்டு, சாமிக்கு பால் ஊற்றாத, போர் பீப்புளுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுனா என்ன நியாயம்? முதல்ல நீ எல்லாம் கிவ் அப் பண்ணு. நீ கிவ் அப் பண்ணிட்டு ஏழைங்க மக்களுக்கு காசு கொடுங்க, அப்புறம் நம்ம பேசலாம் அதை பற்றி. சரிங்களா? ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி பீப்புளாக இருக்காங்க. ஸோ they think that they are most intelligent. They think that they know everything. Because they cannot understand the philosophy. They cannot grasp the understanding of God consciousness. ஏன்னா நம்ம சனாதன தர்மத்தில் டெமிகாட் வர்ஷிப்ஸ் இருக்குது, பல வர்ஷிப்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ யார் தான் கடவுள்னு அவங்கள புரிஞ்சிக்க முடியாது. அப்போ என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? எல்லாமே ஒன்றுன்னு வந்துடுவாங்க. எல்லாமே ஒன்றுன்னு வந்துட்டோன்னே இப்போ இவர் தான் கடவுள்னு சொன்னால் இவங்க கோச்சிக்குவாங்க, இவங்க தான் கடவுள்னு சொன்னால் இவங்க கோச்சிக்குவாங்க. அப்போ எல்லாமே ஒன்று தான்ப்பா, 4 பேருக்கு நல்லது செஞ்சால் அதான்ப்பா கடவுள். இதான் மாயாவாதம். இதுதான் டேஞ்சரஸ். இதுதான் எல்லாரும் போய் உழுவுவாங்க, குழியில் உழுவுறது. they will fall into the well. So be careful. So அதனால தான் this is not recommended, because instead of gradually coming to Krishna, what you are doing? You are gradually going down. You are doing offense. எல்லாம் ஒன்று சொல்ல offense, right? ஸோ அதனால தான் நீங்கள் ரொம்ப கேர்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கணும். இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராசஸில் you will fall down. So certain people, they will have, I am Tamilnadu, in the respect, social service, community service, national service, sacrifice for one country. So maybe accepted so that one day may come to the stage of pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. One day. You see, Prabhupada say one day. That means maybe this body, maybe a next birth, maybe after many births you might come. So why are you wasting time? This is Kali Yuga. We got no time. Immediately take the express pathway, immediately come to Krishna consciousness, immediately associate with devotees, immediately come to temple, immediately listen Bhagavad Gita and get yourself purified. This is the best method. ஓகே, இப்போ என்ன பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதான் அது இன்னொரு பிரச்சனை. நான் தமிழன்டா, நான் இந்தியன், நான் வந்து மலேசியன், நான் அமெரிக்கன், இந்த நேஷ்னாலிட்டிஸ் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இருப்போம். இப்போ தமிழன் என்னன்னா நான் தமிழன் 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 அப்படி கொதிக்கும். அவங்க ப்ரொஃபைல் பிக்சர்லாம் பார்த்தா தமிழன் யார் பாரதியார் படம் வச்சுருப்பாங்க, பாரதியார் படம். ஆனால் உலகத்திலேயே சிறந்த தமிழன் யார்? திருவள்ளுவர். உலகத்திலே சிறந்த தமிழன் திருவள்ளுவர். திருவள்ளுவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு? மாமிசம் உண்ணாத. மாமிசத்துக்கு ஒரு சாப்டரே வச்சிருக்காரு, நோ மீட் ஈட்டிங்க்கு. அதை ஃபாலோ பண்றானுங்களா? அதை ஃபாலோ பண்றீங்களா நீங்க? யார் யார் வந்து தமிழன் 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 சொல்றாங்களோ முதல்ல சிறந்த தமிழன் யாரு? திருவள்ளுவர். திருவள்ளுவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு? மாமிசம் உண்ணக்கூடாதுன்றாரு, மது உருந்தக்கூடாதுன்றாரு. அந்த அந்த தமிழன் சொல்றவங்க என்ன பண்றாங்க? முதல்ல அந்த மாமிசம் ஒண்ணு, மது ஒண்ணு, மபோ இந்தியா மபோன்னு சொல்லிக்கிட்டு திரியிறானுங்க. அப்ப என்ன தமிழன்? ஸோ உண்மையான தமிழனா என்ன செய்யணும்? உண்மையான தமிழனா முதல்ல வந்து நீ திருவள்ளுவரை ஃபாலோ பண்ணு. If you are calling yourself a real Tamilan, then you follow the greatest Tamilan, திருவள்ளுவர். What is the first opening verse of Tirukkural? அகர முதல எழுத்தெல்லாம் ஆதி பகவன் முதற்றே உலகு. ஒன்னாவது உடைய ஓப்பனிங்லேயே திருவள்ளுவர் என்னத்தை பத்தி பேசுறாரு? ஆதி பகவன், அனாதிர் ஆதிர் கோவிந்தா. அந்த அனாதிர் ஆதிர் கோவிந்தா யாரு? அந்த ஆதி பகவான் யாரு? அதுதான் அது கிருஷ்ணா. ஸோ இங்க கிருஷ்ணரை வந்து பரம்பொருளா நினைச்சு அவருடைய திருக்குறளுக்கு வந்து கடவுள் வாழ்த்துலேருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கிறாரு. அந்த கடவுள் வாழ்த்துடைய குரல் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 10 குரல். முதல்ல அந்த முதல் 10 குரல்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா யாரை வந்து திருவள்ளுவர் குளோரிஃபை பண்றாரு? யாரு? கிருஷ்ணரை குளோரிஃபை பண்றாரு, பகவானை விஷ்ணுவை குளோரிஃபை பண்றாரு. அப்ப தமிழன், when you say தமிழன் தமிழன் தமிழன், first you surrender to Krishna. First you give up meat eating. First you give up intoxication. Correct or not? So you are simply talking. This is the problem. Tamilan means suppose that Tamilan desire is very good. We are not condemning, it's very good. If you properly utilize the Tamilan motivation, you will come to Krishna consciousness. Correct or not? Because when you follow the real Tamilan, who is Thiruvallavar, or even Avai party என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க? அவை பாட்டி இஸ் கிரேட்டஸ்ட் தமிழச்சி. ஸோ அவங்க என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்க? திருமாலுக்கு அடிமை செய். யாருக்கு அடிமை செய்? திருமால். திருமால்னா யாரு? பெருமாள், பகவான் விஷ்ணு. அவங்க ஞான பலத்தை முருகனுக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. ஆனால் யாருக்கு அடிமை செய்ய சொன்னாங்க? முருகனுக்கு அடிமை செய்ய சொல்லலை. ஏன்னா அவங்களுக்கும் தெரியும் பரம்புருஷர் ஆதி பகவான்றது யாருன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிருஷ்ணர் விஷ்ணுன்றது அவங்களுக்கும் தெரியும். ஸோ this is very clear. நீங்கள் தமிழ் இலக்கியம், தமிழ் சங்கம் இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எங்கே போய் விடும்? கடைசியில் பகவத்கீதையில் போய் விடும். people worship Krishna Balaram. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி தமிழர்கள் வந்து யார் வழிபட்டாங்க? பலராமரை வழிபட்டாங்க, ராமரை வழிபட்டாங்க, கிருஷ்ணரை வழிபட்டாங்க. ஸோ இப்போ தமிழன் கொதிக்கும் போது இதுதான் உண்மையான கொதிப்பு, இதுதான் உண்மையான தமிழன். சரிங்களா? ரைட்டா நான் சொல்கிறது? ஸோ அது நம்ம செய்ய முடியாது. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் அவர் ப்ராப்ளம். இப்போ இடையில கூட ஒரு கான்ட்ரவர்சி வந்துச்சு. ரீசன்ட்லி வி ஹேட் அ வெரி கான்ட்ரவர்ஷியல் issue in Malaysia. What is the controversial issue? This one person. So this person, he actually offended Shivalinga. Right? So this person, he offended Shivalinga, and he said that you Hindus, you people are worshipping genitals, and the meaning of linga is genitals. Okay, so this is a statement he uttered. So how we are going to respond to this? So all of you are student of Bhagavad Gita. All of you are student of Bhagavad Gita. So how we are going to respond to this? If you look into the history, there are so many responses in TikTok, Facebook, politician, all our Indian fellows, all our Tamil, and they become boiled. Very good. They become boiled. But how they respond? Let's analyze. எப்படி ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணாங்க? Can anyone
They
answer
just
me?
show anger.
Huh?
They just show anger. Just show
Okay.
anger. They say it's
Yeah,
disrespectful.
they show anger. They say what? They criticize. They criticize this fellow. You don't have right to speak about Hindu. You don't have right to speak about Shivalinga. You comment on our religion. Okay? Number one. Okay, this is one group of people. The number two group of people. What they do? They compensate that and they try to refute this fellow's statement, and they say, no, Shivalinga is not genital. According to the Sanskrit dictionary, Shivalinga is a symbol. Shivalinga is this some divinity. We have been worshipping Shivalinga for some time. So you know your fact. Don't speak nonsense. And you don't quote from some books which is not authorized. So they are trying to fight. They are trying to justify hardly. ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு justify பண்றாங்க. Agree or not? This recently I saw Instagram. One of this person, he refuted so-called scholarly, scholarly. He refuted by telling that Shivalinga is not genital. Shivalinga is just a symbol, and it's got nothing to do with genital. It is just a symbol of God, a symbol of divinity, a symbol of cosmos, creation, something. They come up with this idea. So this is the category of people. So when this fellow go and speak about Shivalinga, and they are, he is telling that it is you people are worshipping genital, and you're getting angry, okay, and then you're refuting. But what is the problem? The problem is you are actually not speaking the fact. Even if you are in fact, you are simply trying to defend, but that is not a fact. Actually Shivalinga is a genital. So if you go and read the Shastra, first of all, that is why you must read Shastra. You must read Shiva Purana. You must read, you must read Srila Prabhupada books. You must read Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So first of all, how are you going to address this thing? It's very important. Prabhus and Matajis. When someone is attacking on our Sanatana Dharma, when someone is attacking Lord Shiva, the greatest devotee, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambho, we should be triggered. We should be angry. But how to show the anger? What Krishna says, intellectually worship me. Right? So we'll come to that. Yes, intelligently worship me. So what is intelligent? First of all, you don't get angry. First of all, get your facts right. First, you well versed in Bhagavad Gita. You study Shastra first. Don't be a one-day hero. Suddenly you try to refute and you go Google and Quora and come up with your own speculation. It looks very bad. So what is the refutation for this? First of all, yes, we worship genital. What is the problem with you? That's the first question we should ask. Yes, we worship genital. That is a genital of Lord Shiva. So what is your problem? This is first question. Is there any problem with you? Right? Is there any problem with you? அதுதான் நம்ம முத கேள்வி. This is the first question. சரிங்களா? So அவ்வளவுதான் முடிஞ்சு. அதுதான் is how you address this. What is your problem? Yes, we worship genital. So and how to understand the philosophy behind this Lord Shiva's genital Shivalinga. First of all, this Shivalinga is actually nothing, but this is a source of material creation. That's why you see Shivalinga is always attached to Yoni. Yoni is actually nothing but a birth canal. Yoni is birth canal. So when we can understand that when even in our material world, how does birth happen? When there is a sexual activity between a man and a woman, right? When there's an intercourse, there's a creation. The soul takes shelter on the semen. Right? Similarly, when you read Srimad Bhagavatam, it is explained how the universe was created. So what makes you think that, Shivalinga, what makes you think that, genital of Lord Shiva is something offensive? Why you are taking it as offensive? It's not offensive. In fact, you have a genital. Do you have a genital? Yes. So if you have a genital, why not Lord Shiva have a genital? What's the problem in that? He's a supreme creator. He creates a material world. He is the greatest Vaishnava. He is a person. Why not? What's the problem? And in fact, actually Lord Shiva created his universe by actually combining with Parvati. That's why Shiva Shakti. This material energy, this material Shakti is actually coming from Parvati Devi. So, and through the Yoni and by the Shivalinga, when these two intercourse happen, when these two combine, this is where the material creation was created. So you see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aham bija pradapita. The shloka in Bhagavad Gita, Aham bija pradapita. Right? That means, I am the seed-giving father. This is the translation. I am the seed-giving father. So what is the meaning? I am the seed-giving father. This is the meaning. You see, when we are speaking about seed, so how Krishna give the seed? So immediately when Lord Vishnu, he wanted to create this universe, he doesn't engage directly. That is where Lord Shiva comes in. That is where Prabhupada explained how Lord Shiva is actually a manifestation, is actually a Shiva Tattva. Lord Vishnu, he becomes Shiva. He takes the form of Shiva Tattva just to engage in this material creation. That is why Prabhupada says Lord Shiva is like a curd, Vishnu is like milk. They are same but different. Because curd is coming from milk, but milk and curd are different properties. So when Lord Vishnu, he doesn't engage directly with all this creation, all these material issues. So therefore he sent his representative, who is Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is meditating on Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva and Parvati, when they actually engage together, creation happened. Does it make sense? So he is a supreme progenitor. He is a supreme generator. His duty is to create this cosmos. So what is the problem? That is why there is a worship of Shivalinga. And people say that, as you said, you have texted me something, right? So as you said, it is a cause of material creation. Right? So how does material creation happen? There must be some intelligence behind the creation. There must be some intelligence. There must be some person. Who is that person? Krishna is Sarva Karana Karanam. Ultimately, Krishna is the ultimate cause. Krishna is the seed-giving father. But when we look, when we analyze how Krishna works, how Krishna instructs, how Krishna creates, through Lord Shiva. Does that make sense? So what is the problem? No, you have a genital, and Lord Shiva's genital is transcendental. And of course there is no difference between Lord Shiva's genital and Lord Shiva's other angas. Is no different. There's a verse in Brahma Samhita. It is said that there's no difference between Krishna's eyes, Krishna's hands, and Krishna's leg. Everything is transcendental. Everything is spiritual. Right? Agree with me or not? So the first question we should ask is, yes, we are worshipping genital. So what is your problem? First of all, do you know what is the meaning of genital? Do you know whose genital is that? Do you know Lord Shiva? Do you know Shiva Tattva? Do you know where is Lord Shiva coming from? Do you know the position of Lord Shiva? And do you know that, when we speak about genital, it is not like your genital. These people, these rascals are thinking, when they speak about Lord Shiva's body, they are thinking that it is contaminated like their body. It is like lust, full of lust like their body. No. You see, you are full of lust. You are bloody lusty rascal. That is why when we speak about genital, you get excited. Right? So, when we speak about breastfeeding mother, right? Are you getting lusty? No. A mother is breastfeeding the child, nursing the child. Similarly, a father and mother is creating a universe. Creation happens. So, what is that to be worried about? Right? So, this is a fact. Creation happens. So, there's a supreme, Lord Shiva is a supreme person. So, his body is transcendental, spiritual. So, why not, your genital, if your Vina upon a genital can bring in one soul, can create a body by the arrangement of Lord. So now you imagine what is the power of Lord Shiva's body? What is the power of Lord Shiva's genital? Where it can create the cosmos. This is the power. Right? So you must understand this basic philosophy. So the problem is with us is we also thinking ஐயோ genital சொன்னா ஏதோ ஒரு அசிங்கமான விஷயம் போல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு என்ன பண்றோம்? We are trying to speculate ourselves and try to defend, compensate. But end up we are becoming the fool. Because we are not doing justice to Shastra, because we must speak based on Shastra. Just because, just because you think that, according to your limited, narrow-minded understanding, you think genital is something contaminated, then you think that Lord Shiva's linga is also must be contaminated. Then that is your ignorance. First you must understand, Lord Shiva is, everything is spiritual. He is Vaishnava, he is the greatest Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. Right? So he is a servant of Krishna, he is a devotee, greatest devotee of Vishnu. So this is the understanding. Make sense or not? So this is how we should respond, intelligent. First, that means what is the key point here? You should study Shastra. So you people don't read Shastra. Yes, fantastic. அவன் உண்மைதான் சொல்றான். The particular person, he is telling Hindus are fools. They don't know scriptures. That is why he is using such tactics and attacking. And we are also proving ourselves very greatly that we don't know scriptures by coming up with a bogus, speculating answer. 99.9% of the answers in the YouTube's, Instagram, TikTok are bogus. And I feel ashamed. My blood is boiling. Someone is actually offending Lord Shiva, and you people are responding in a very speculating way. This is how you should explain. Please, kindly spread this word. This is how you should explain. This is the explanation, right? So first of all, yes, we are worshipping linga, genital. What is your problem? Is there any problem with you? Come, let's discuss. This is how you bring in the situation. Right? So, first of all, Paramasiva, Shiva, he has genital, he can create. So how about your situation there? Whom you are worshipping? Does he have genital? That is the second question. So yes, we have worshipped genital because Lord Shiva has genital. And Lord Shiva's genital is transcendental, spiritual. So we worship that. So now I'm asking you, how? On the side learn there. Whatever you are worshipping, does he have genital? Yes or no? If he say yes, then he's gone because he's against his philosophy. If he say no, then you got no genital, then shut up and go. Finish. So we don't speak to the people who worship a person who doesn't have any genital, mandol. We don't speak. End of the story. Yes, isn't it? Mudinchi. நம்மளுக்கு Lord Shiva is a person, he have a genital. So how about your side? So you are claiming that You are worshipping God. So you show me, does he have a genital? Show me. Prove to me. How does creation happen? He's off. He's off. Right. So we should be proud because we have a clear understanding on how creation happened. So how about the other side? Do he have a genital? So now he's Buddha. He's backfired. The question backfired him. He had humiliated himself. So we see, we are not humiliating. First of all, we are not humiliating or criticizing any religion or what. This is the thing we are refuting, because this statement have been made by a person coming from some other faith. So we are refuting the same thing. So yes, we are worshipping genital, and Lord Shiva's genital is all spiritual. How about your side? Does your creator have genital? Answer me that. I would like to know. So this is how intellectually you should engage. Not that foolishly try to justify and defend yourself. No. Trying to come up with an understanding of symbol. This is something like a formless. We are giving form to divinity. We are worshipping something, and you're making a fool of yourself. Right? So that is why he's attacking you. So first of all, ultimately the root is what? The root is, so yes, even some artists come up with doing songs. What is the point? Even in your songs, you're giving a bloody speculation. What you're telling? Yaru kadavula paathirukka? Yaru kadavula paathadilla? Bogus, because people have seen Krishna, people have seen God. Acharyas means you have seen God. So because you are bogus, you don't know about God consciousness, God philosophy, so you come up with a song that no one have seen God. According to Gaudiya Vaishnava, we have seen God. Krishna came. Who's the speaker of Bhagavad Gita? Krishna. That means people have seen God. You have seen God. You have forgotten. All of you have seen Krishna. We have forgotten. So the whole point of our movement is to establish this relationship, lost relationship. So don't come and create a song, a bogus song, which actually says, no one have seen God. So why you see, there's a verse there, correct or not? On the part of Solomon. That's why I said I don't share all these songs, because it's against our Sanatana Dharma's philosophy, principles, Bhagavad Gita's principle, right? So this is the answer, right? So so that is why in Bhagavad Gita we find Yata Pravritir Bhutanam. If one desires to sacrifice for the supreme causes, even if he does not know, then the supreme cause is Krishna. He will gradually to understand that Krishna is the supreme cause by the sacrificial method. Yes. So ultimately the point here is Krishna is recommending for the low class of people, gradually they can come, follow the process and purify themselves. But this process is very dangerous. We should always take the process of bhakti and directly engage with Krishna. Remember, don't go through the gradual process, because it's very dangerous. It is not meant for the general people. Not meant for the general people. Okay? So simply listen about Krishna, chant the holy name of Krishna, associate with devotees. In this way, you will become purified and you will come to Krishna for sure. Okay? So I think this is very clear, very important subject matter. Okay? So yes, of course, speaking about the Shiva Linga, the Linga, the Sanskrit word Linga can have multiple meaning. You see, I'm not denying that. One of the meaning of Linga is genital. One of the meaning of Linga is also meaning of form, symbol. All these meanings are there in Sanskrit dictionary. Right? Actually, Sanskrit dictionary is a part of Veda Anga. So some people are telling, no, Sanskrit dictionary is not Vedas. No, it is. It is. So first of all, we must understand our Shastra first. So when we speak about Shiva Linga, it's actually meant Lord Shiva's genital. That is why you need to read the Shiva Purana on the history of how actually this Shiva Linga was worshipped. Right? So, and this is how, because we don't have unity among our people, we don't have synchronization among our people. So what happened? Outsiders will come and throw some fire, and we will fight among ourselves, and we will confuse ourselves. You see how things are very dangerous? When we don't take up Krishna consciousness, when we don't read Bhagavad Gita, when we don't hear from the authorized source, when we stuck in all this wishy-washy philosophy, ultimately it is nothing. Easily you can defeat that bogus clown. Huh? This bogus clown, you can immediately defeat him using your intelligence. There's no need for you to become angry. There's no need for you to do anything. Just ask those questions, how we discussed just now. He is gone. Right? So if you're so interested in Shiva Purana, you come. Let us discuss about Shiva Purana. Let us discuss about Lord Shiva. Let us discuss about Bhagavad Gita. Let me explain about how actually, what is the meaning of genital here. It's not like your bloody genital, lustful genital, no. No, right? So don't think that, everything is like, everyone is like you, right? Lusty. So this is the answer. This is the situation. If you are sincere to learn, you are most welcome. So you don't come here and speak nonsense, right? So I hope this is very clear, right? So இதுதான் நம்ம படிச்சிட. Even I have seen many people try to justify Varnashrama Dharma, the Varna, by coming up with their own idea. You see? So first of all, you must understand as it is. That's why Bhagavad Gita as it is. Okay, so I will stop here. Okay, so thank you very much. Right? I hope you have learned something. I hope everything is clear. So I'm opening for a Q&A session. Right? Is there any questions? Any comments? Any points you would like to add? Please. Yes, Arishwan Prabhu, anything?
No, Prabhu. I don't have any questions.
Good. Clear about the Shivalinga part.
Yeah, I think I learned something new.
That is a fair, that is a good answer, right? I mean, it's how we can refute them. We must not get agitated, angry, no. So we must always use the logic, we must always base on Shastra, right? This is how all these things we are learning from Prabhupada. You see, all these answers, how to defeat all these rascals, all these people are nothing new. உனக்கெல்லாம் புதுசு இல்லை. பிரபுபாட் எல்லாமே பார்த்துட்டாரு. இவங்களோட இந்த மாதிரி அரக்கணுங்க, இந்த மாதிரி மட்டமானவங்களாம் பிரபுபாட் பார்த்துட்டாரு. பிரபுபாட் புக்ஸில் எல்லா ஆன்சரும் இருக்கு. So this is a good answer because all these are coming from Prabhupada. The answers are based on Srila Prabhupada books, Srila Prabhupada's logic, how Srila Prabhupada smashed these people. And all this coming under Nyaya Shastra. So first of all, you must learn the Shastra. புரியுதுங்களா? Not that you become emotional, you become speculative, you try to define and give your own understanding, own impression. Okay? So please preach, please share to everyone, from your family members, parents, siblings, friends. Okay? This is the most important thing. Okay? So any other things, Prabhus, Matajis?
Yeah, another thing I just want to say, Prabhu. I
sure.
think another thing I clarified was about Lord Shiva, because I always there will be issues between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, who is weak and etc. And then they will be discussing from Mayavadi philosophy. They say God is formless. Lord Shiva was the energy was formless and it take a form as Shiva and etc. Now I understand how Vishnu or Krishna is related to Shiva from your explanation just now.
That is the meaning of the shloka Aham Bija Pradapita. I am the seed giving father. Because Krishna, when the creation happened, actually Lord Shiva is very important. He has a very important role here. Right? So that is why he is always meditating upon the form of Krishna. Rama. Rama Rama Rameti. Ramanama Manorame. Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane. This is from Padma Purana, where Lord Shiva is always meditating on the holy names of Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Right? So this is how he gets his Shakti. Right? So these things are there. Right? So, and when you say energy is formless, so very simple. When there is energy, we speak about physics. When there is energy, there is the source of energy. Okay, energy, energetic. Okay, so when we have a potential energy, potential energy, it is coming from when you see a coconut hanging on the tree, there is a potential energy. When the coconut fall down, potential become kinetic. So, what is the source of this energy? It's coming from that. It is there in the gravitational force. You must see about a gravitational force, right? So, what I'm pointing here is, so all these things are acting. So all these energies must come from an energetic. Just like you're doing a work, you're moving this phone from here to here. It is a work done, energy involved. But does the energy act independently? No. When there is energy, they must be energetic. When there is a potential energy, there is a kinetic energy. It's coming from where? Which is a source? Gravitational energy. All these are coming from a energetic, the source. When there is electricity, it is coming from the generator, the powerhouse. When there is a heat, it is coming from the fire. Similarly, when we speak about energy, energetic and the energy. It's proper to use the word energy, energetic. Energetic means the one who possesses the energy. Sarva Shaktiman. Sarva Shaktiman. Shakti and Shaktiman. Purithingla Prabhu. Makes sense or not? It is illogical to say that you have energy, but you don't know where is the source of energy. You're trying to make the energy formless. Impossible. Impossible. Just like you're telling there is a sunlight, but it is just, sunlight is just coming like that, magic, formless. No. Where does the sun energy come from? Where does the sunlight come from?
The sun.
Sun. Is sun a person? Yes. Sun is a personification. Sun is a personal thing. Correct? No? It's a personal thing. Does sun have a form? Sun form இருக்கா? இருக்கு. புரியுதுங்களா? அதே மாதிரி தான். So when you are speaking about all these energy shaktis, so it might be coming from one person. And who is that one person? Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. புரியுதுங்களா? நம்ம ஆன்சர் கொடுக்குறோம். இப்போ நீங்கள் ஆன்சர் எடுத்துக்கலனா, then you give me the answer. You tell me what is the source of gravitational force, what is the source of kinetic energy, potential energy, all these source, material energy, எங்கிருந்து வருது? நீங்கள் ஆன்சர் கொடுங்க. ஆன்சர் கிடையாது. ஏன்னா energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Fantastic. Almost. That means energy is eternal. Yes. Energy is eternal because it's coming from the eternal person. Krishna is eternal. You are eternal. So therefore we are eternally existing. The energy is just transformed. It's manifest, unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest. Correct? So ultimately we must understand, yes, it is eternal. And who is the source of that eternal thing? The eternal person. Who is the eternal person? Krishna. And we are also eternal. So he is a supreme eternal. We are minute eternal. பார்த்தீங்களா? philosophy தான் philosophy. So இதை புரிஞ்சுக்காம நம்ம அப்படியே கோரிங் பண்ணுறது, பிகாஸ் we cannot understand. நம்மளுக்கு தெரியல, நம்மளுக்கு ஆன்சர் கிடையாது. அப்போ என்ன பண்ணோம்? கோரிங்களா அப்போல்லாக்கி அவ்வளோதான். ஸோ இதுதான் நம்ம பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். கோரிங் பண்ணி டிக்டாக் போட்டுக்கிட்டு, யூடியூப் போட்டுக்கிட்டு நம்ம மானத்தை வாங்கிக்கிறோம் இந்த சிவலிங்க இஷ்யூவில். ஸோ ஸ்டாப் கோரிங்கிங் and start studying Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarobhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.